Hey guys, and welcome to another video on the Nubtrain channel. Now, I'll be bringing you guys a new series called Dota Tutorials, where I will be introducing, pretty much newer players to how to play Dota 2 and, what to expect. And then as time goes on and as the series, progresses further, I'll be going into more advanced stuff for you guys to learn from. Alright, so as soon as you download Dota 2 and as soon as you install Dota 2, this is pretty much what you're gonna see. This is the tutorial session, and I will be pretty quick about this. Like, I don't want to, take too long, and then you guys get a little bored and be like, "What the hell, shut up, guy." So I'm gonna go over this pretty quickly as possible, but maintain a good quality. All right. So this is what you're pretty much gonna see, a map of the Dota 2 world, and so far, this is what Valve has added to the tutorial system. This is an introduction to the very basic stuff on how to move, how to attack, how to buy an item, and how to farm, and how to kill a hero. Right? So it's pretty much a preview to how to do things in Dota 2. Now, the build in this tutorial, I do not agree with, but nonetheless, it's pretty good. So I'm not going to spoil the gameplay of the tutorial, so when you play it, you have to play it anyways. Once you start Dota 2, you cannot leave this little map. So once you play it and you have a little bit of understanding of how to play Dota 2, great. So this is pretty much, once you're done with playing the tutorial, this is pretty much what you're gonna see. Find matches, find match solo, and all this, and then here like the number of wins you have. So you'll have 0 wins for a while. And then maybe win a 1 game or 2 later on. But I mean, there's nothing. So what you see here is what you get in the play menu. You'll see your profile, what level you are, but all that doesn't really matter. So, and I'll go over that a little later, right? So I'm gonna go over the today tab. I can't even say the word correctly. I'm sorry. The today tab. Today. All right. I'm sorry. So today is May the 18th. I kind of forgot. I'm sorry. And here is what you're pretty much gonna see, a blog site from Valve that pretty much shows you all the Dota 2 related stuff that Valve is doing. Here's some news articles, but Valve hasn't updated anything for like over a year, so I wouldn't pay attention too much on that. And here's some updates to Dota 2, so any new updates and stuff like that will be updated as fast as they can, and yeah. And right now, the International 3 qualifiers are happening right now, here to invited teams. And what the International is Valve's tournament. It's like it's probably the biggest tournament as of now, in terms of prize pool. And yeah, if you want to start playing Dota 2 as soon as possible, I would recommend doing this like right now. It's the best time to check it out. So yeah, so this is pretty much news articles, anything that Valve's want to say or let you know. This is where you'll find it out. Or you can just go into your browser and just look up the Dota 2 blog site. Now once you're done with that, the next one is the store. Oops, I'm gonna go back. So in this store, you pretty much can buy cosmetic items, items that have no impact to gameplay. That's basically it. 0 impact. And, you can buy keys to open treasure chests that you find for every game that you play. These treasure chests, you can find them at random moments. And in those treasure chests, you can find items. So once you open, you buy a key for $2.49. They all cost the same. And then you open the treasure chest, and then you get a random item in that chest. So, yeah. And all these are purely cosmetic. They offer no gameplay value. Just cosmetic. Make your hero look a little better. And that's pretty much it. I'm sorry. Just ate lunch a few minutes ago. Now, you can buy keys to the top sellers, some bundles. You get these items at a discounted price. And if you want a specific item, you can go in this little menu right here, find equipment, and just change the filters around, for the hero that you want to upgrade cosmetically. You know, there's also announcers, and announcers are pretty much when you get a kill. Let's say you play Duke Nukem, you know, like you're one of those old-time players, and you hear double kill, triple kill, something like that, or you get a kill, and it's like, yeah, whoop yeah, something like that. I don't know what that means. It's pretty much when you get a kill, and it'll have a voice of a specific character in either another game or within the game itself. So, you know, one of them is Bastion Announcer. You know, Bastion was one of those best-selling games, indie games. There's also Storm Spread, one of the heroes in the game. You know, the voice pack. So yeah, basically, it's self-explanatory. And you know, if you want to support the tournament, this is a great way to do so. These are online tournaments that you can just buy, and then you can access each tournament, because some tournaments need a ticket to be watched, and this is a great way to support the tournament. You know, there's other ways to watch a tournament, like Twitch TV, YouTube.com, but if you want to watch it directly on the client, you can do so. It has a replay feature, has a spectator feature, but we'll go over that a little later after this. Yeah, so these are pretty much tickets, self-explanatory. When you buy a ticket, you have access to a specific tournament, and then you can watch all the games available on the client. So if you have this is especially good if you have bad internet. So, you know, you don't have to watch a stream that, you know, requires like a high quality connection. You can just buy this and everything will be played out smoothly. And I'll show you a little thing like that later. Oh, and I got a party invite. And yeah. Alright, so once you have these items, like once you have your tickets, when you buy it, or if you find an item, or if you bought an item, etc., it will go to your backpack, and it will be stored here. And you can hold up to a maximum of 640 items. That's a lot of items to store. And yeah, they all range from different qualities. The very basic one is common, armor. Next is followed by uncommon, and then rare, and then mythical, and then legendary, and then followed by immortal items. And as the items become more and more rare, it's, you know, obviously becomes harder and harder and harder to find. But really it depends on some certain items. Some certain items you cannot buy in the store, so you have to play a lot of games and then find them like that. And then, you know, sometimes, you know, if you get lucky, the items will have like a special effects, so it could be like a strange staff of the Crystalline Queen, right? And then so it'll count how many kills you have with that item, which is pretty cool. Makes it more, has more value. It has like a fix like that. And then once you know, let's say I found this Shoulders of the Slain Dragon, right? And I just found it, and I want to equip it. I will double click it, or just double click it, and it'll bring you to the loadout menu. So this is pretty much what you're gonna see. This is Dragon Knight with all his items that I have for him, and you can also see like the number count for each slot. So for the weapon slot, I have 4 items available to change from. So, you know, the other ones are this one, and the other ones are here, and then voila. Yeah, so I'm gonna go back to that. And so yeah, it's very, you know, self-explanatory. And if you want to use this hero in your profile, your Dota 2 profile, you can do so. You can just click this, but I'll click that a little later. And show player items. So this is a little more, I guess, for your UI pretty much. So this changes like your grid, or your HUD, how your HUD will look. You can keep the default one if you want, and you can also use this one if you want, like the Radiant Ore. That's what it's called. And you can also change the courier and stuff like that. And I'll go over what a courier is later. It's pretty much like a little helper to help you bring items to you. And it's basically it. Alright. And then here I'm gonna go to workshop. This is pretty much if you want to submit anything like guides or 3D models and stuff like that, you can do so. So the only thing I've submitted so far is a Shadow Fiend guide. So that's pretty much it for now. And I'm gonna let that guy know. that. I'm a little busy. Okay, so I'll get that over with. So yeah, so if you want to submit anything to the Dota 2 store, this is where you go, and Valve will decide whether or not you are acceptable. It's, you know, it's up to them if they want to add it to the store. All right, and you know, you can see the legal agreements to see if pretty much the rules and stuff like that. So I'm not gonna go too in detail about it. And this is how the loadout menu will look like. You just click it and you will sort out through the heroes. But you know, I don't like it like this, and I like to go on the grid menu. You can either click Control, that's on the bottom left of your keyboard, or I can just click here. Yeah. And so once you have selected your hero, so I'm gonna click Juggernaut, right? I can either double click and go back to this little menu right here and click Customize, or just do it before. And so yeah, so you'll see all the available slots for each particular hero. And you know, all the slots are sometimes different, but it's basically the same. Let's say I want to use Juggernaut as my hero profile, right? I'll click it right now. So I'm going to use this as my profile hero. So it's a hero that I pretty much want to show off to all the people, right? So this is what they're going to see. They can see Juggernaut, all the items that I have for him, and then other items that I want to show off too. So like I have a legendary Bezhita Batmillion, and it can also, this is pretty much the Dota 2 profile. And on the very top, it shows the tickets that you have bought, the number of wins, the number of losses, and the number of abandons. And yes, I have a few abandons. Like I really had to go somewhere and I couldn't stay, which is unfortunate. Emergencies, pretty much. Basically it. This is a battle point system, and what level you are literally does not matter. It's basically a way to find items. So for every level that you gain, you find a free item, right? But there's also a chance before you even level up, there's also a chance to find items too. So I mean, you get a lot of free items. But you know, sometimes you don't find one at all in a long time, or you just find one some really quickly. Yeah, that's basically it. And then here's a team menu. So this is a team I made just for fun. I call it the Tootsie Roll Candy. So this is pretty much the team profile. And this is an overview of your profile. My most successful heroes, pretty much like the heroes I play often, are Windrunner, Invoker, and Shadow Fiend. And here are the most recent games that I've played. And the commendations, like if people think you're cool, you know, or you know you show leadership, they'll give you a vote on leadership because you know you've shown it. And if you're a good mentor, they'll vote this up. You know, if you're like, if you lost pretty bad because of somebody and they know it, and you're like, it's alright, you know, this next game we'll do better. You know, they'll upvote you for forgiving. And if you're just like one of those cool guys that are friendly, that don't rage, and just fun to play with, then you know, you're friendly, right? And you can click on, I guess, so I'll show you an example. So this is the Tide game I played, and this is like a non-spoiler thing. So if you want to watch the replay while spoiling too much, just click download, and then that's it. But if you don't want to download it because you have like slow connection or whatever, you can just click reveal team, and the entire team wins. That's basically it. Alright, so yeah, and here it's pretty much a chat box. Whoever you want to speak with will be here. So if you want to invite someone to a party, so let's say I'll invite someone else later. So yeah, and if you're wondering why my profile has a gold portrait and yours doesn't, it's because I bought a Dota 2 compendium. If I said that right correctly, perfect. If I didn't, then crap. But it's pretty much like a stat book. You can pretty much make predictions on the next championship for Dota 2. I won't go over I'll go over that like a little later, but yeah. So that's basically it for the Dota 2 profile. And here your friends, like whoever else are also playing Dota 2 will be here, and you can see what hero they're playing. So let's see. Beast is playing Morphling. You know, he's level 7. It's basically like that. And if you want to watch him play, you can just click here, watch game, and you can spectate whatever game they're playing, which is kind of cool, right? And here, if you decided, hey, I want to start playing, what I would recommend is to play against bots. So there's a few ways to do so. So if you've, in a party, what you can do is by just like left click someone's name and then invite to party, and they'll join your party. It'll show a little box, and then whether they accept it or not really depends on you, right? Yeah, on you. So whether you're in a party or by yourself, you can find a co-op match with random people. So you can play against bots with random people if you want. And if you have a party, they'll also queue up with you with random players. Alright, and you can also create a lobby right here, and you can pretty much set up bots. So if you want to play against easy bots, you can put it here. You want to play against hard bots, put it here. And you can just join like the hard bots and dominate the easy bot, etc. like that. But I would recommend playing against bots just to familiarize yourself with like the UI, how the map looks, how the map feels, and pretty much how the game feels in general. Alright, you can do like that. And if your friend has made a lobby and you want to join theirs, you can just join it. So right now no one has made a lobby, and so I can't find any. Alright, so I'm not gonna go into too much detail here on tournaments. So if you're like one of those pro players and you're in a tournament, there you go. And here's a fine team match. So let's say Tootsie Candy. So pretty much if you invite someone to your party, or to your team, I'm sorry, and you want to invite them to a party, right? So you can just click this, and then it'll invite everyone in your team to the party. So you don't have to like click and then click invite to party, click invite to party, then click invite to party. So it's a very tedious like that. So this makes it easier for you to invite all your parties and then find a match. And over here at the bottom are pretty much the game modes, regions of where you want to play, and languages that you prefer people that you play against or play with can also speak. So the game modes are pretty much all pick. You can pick all the heroes. There's no restrictions. There's also single draft, where you pick 3 random heroes of 3 separate attributes. You get 1 random agility hero, you get 1 random strength hero, and you get 1 random intelligence heroes. And I'll go a little more in depth over each attribute later on. Alright, and here's Captain's Mode. Captain's Mode is a little more advanced, so I would recommend newer players to avoid playing this, because you need to know what every hero does, and pretty much how to ban, how to pick, and you have to be smart about it too. So I would recommend not playing Captain's Mode until you have a good grasp of the game. And here's random draft. So you get a shared pool of 20 heroes. They're all random heroes. So if you want to play, I guess like Zeus, but you play random draft, there's a chance he might not be in the pool. It's pretty much like that, right? And then here's least played. So let's say 100 games down the line, you played a lot of Dragonite, and you've played a lot of Phantom Assassin, but then you also haven't played a lot of Nature's Prophet, all these other heroes. Then those heroes will be unlocked, and those heroes that you play often are locked away. It's pretty much like that. Alright, it's pretty much to promote you to play all the heroes more often. And here's all random. So this is a very wild, it's like a wild card. You can also get a good team, a good bunch of heroes, or you can also get a very bad bunch of heroes. And it's I like it sometimes, but I don't play it too often. So, and here's the regions. Like, these are all the servers that you could play in. I play in US West and East. I sometimes play on Europe West and East, but that's only if I'm playing with European people. And that's pretty much it. Basically, self-explanatory. So here on the matchmaking system, here's a find match. Self-explanatory, right? You find a match, you play against other people, whether they're together, like a group of friends, etc. It doesn't matter. You will queue by yourself or with a party, and then you play against other people. But let's say, you know, one day you're playing by yourself and you also want a fair advantage, so you want to play against other people who are also playing by themselves. This is a good way to do so. And like I mentioned before, if you want to queue up with other people, random strangers, or a party with random strangers, there you go. Team matchmaking, if you have a team, this is what you do. You play against other teams. There's like you have to play against 3 games. You have to play 3 games with the team, and you get a rating. Final lobby, I've already went this over. And if you want to play bots by yourself, you can do this. You can do so right here. You select the difficulty mode and what team you want to be on, and that's pretty much it. And if you want to play, let's say, the tutorials again, you just click quests. And if you played it already, you can just close the map. The closed map will be right there. Alright, that's pretty much self-explanatory. So here, this is pretty much where you'll also spend a lot of your time doing if you are very interested in Dota 2, right? So here are the events. So the calendar is right here for every tournament that's available. And they're also color coded. So let's see, you see this little purple icon right here? That's the Dota 2 Super League. So this is this tournament right here, which is purple coded. So you'll know that all the tournaments that are purple iconed will be played during those times. And yes, that's basically it. And you can view all. So if you click the tournament tab, you can view all the tournaments that have been played in Dota 2. Let's see. Yeah, but you know, if you don't have the ticket, you have no tournament access, so you have to go buy them. But I'm not gonna watch this tournament since I kind of know what happens already, so I'm not gonna watch that. All right, this is a way to find revenue for the tournaments. Basically, it. Here's some live games that are being played right now. There's like a few 100,000 right now that are playing. So here's like a basic overview of how the game looks like right now. It's like you don't see much information, but it does show towers, and these represents towers. And so I can guess from this game right here at the third row, that the dark team has pushed top and destroyed 2 towers, while the radiant team has pushed middle and destroyed the first tower, tier 1 tower. And then this shows like the name of the players in each team, right? And if you decide that you want to watch, you can just click watch. And it also shows the number of spectators, how long the game has been going on. And a pre-game, this means that it just started. The game has just started, is loading up, and that's basically it. And recent games, so games that have been played within a week. I'm guessing that's the time frame, because usually after a week, the games I want to watch are gone. So after a week and you haven't downloaded it, it's gone. It's no longer available to download. And this might give off how should I say it? Once a week passes, the chance to download it is no longer available. So let's say you download it and you reformat your computer and you want to download it again, it's gone. You can't download it. So I will recommend saving that replay file and then uploading to a server, like a file saving site or something like that, if you really want to watch it again. Alright, so here's the filter. You have to put, if you want to watch a specific player, you have to put the exact name. So I'm gonna put Nubtrain and hero name. If you want to watch a specific hero that they play, so I'm gonna put Nevermore. Right, and then this shows the date range and etc. And apply. I'm gonna decline this for now. And so this shows all the games that I've played with Shadow Fiend or Nevermore. Shadow Fiend is the title. So yeah, so this is how the replay system will look like for now. And as you can see, the replay has expired. This game I haven't played. This has been played a long time ago, so I know what's up. And then this game I lost pretty bad. So yeah, that's basically it. And once you download these games, there's a downloaded tab where you can view all the games that you have downloaded. And if it's a tournament replay, it'll show it right here. So this one is the International West Qualifier replay. Alright, that's basically it. So here on the Learns tab, it'll show the heroes, the items, and builds for that you've created, or you want to look for guides. So if you want to take a look at, let's say, Dragon Knight, it'll show you, I guess, information about that hero. And once this loads up, I will get to show you. Okay, perfect. So this shows like a brief description of what the hero is. So he's a melee carry that's also durable and also has a disable and can also push. So this is the overview of Dragon Knight. These are his brief stats, what the abilities are, what it does, and these are more detailed information, I guess. Right, and here's his biography. You can read his lore if you want, but I won't be reading it. But if you want to check it out, go ahead. And it'll show you a preview of each ability. So this is Breath of Fire. This is what it will look like. That's basically it. Alright. And here are the items. I would recommend taking a look at the items and see what they do. Like read them, understand what it does. Because this game requires a lot of memorization. And games similar to this also require memorization. So all games of this nature require you to memorize stuff like this. Alright. So once you're done with that, you can click builds, and then you can, if you want to create your own build, like say you played 100 games and there's a build that you want to show off, you can create a new hero build. You pick a hero. I'm gonna put Templar Assassin, and I can name the title, add a build if I want. The Evasion Talisman, I'm gonna put that, put it here, and I'll put a note if people want to read it, and give reasons why you want to buy this item for this hero. And you can put an ability build, and then once you put that, you can put a reason. I guess, is there a reason? Yeah, so you can put reasons right here why this ability is so good and why this ability is so good, and give reasons why you want to level this here first and the other one, etc., etc. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go back right here. And if you want to browse other Steam guides, you can do so. It'll bring you to a little menu, and yeah. Alright, that's pretty much it for the Learn tab. And here on the Community tab, so right now there isn't much, since Dota 2 is still technically in a beta. So right now this shows the teams that you're in, and if you want to create a new team, you can do so. You can create your own team, specific country, team URL, and if you want to upload your own banners and stuff like that, or logos, you can do so right here. And it also shows you like the list of pro teams that are playing right now. One of those pro teams is Team Liquid, Team mouz Sports, LGD, etc., etc. Alright, so that's it for now of the menu. I'll be going over some other stuff right now. So I'm gonna create a lobby. Right there. Right. So I'm gonna join the Radiant, and as you can see, I am on the blue spot. The very first one is a blue spot, and you can select what team logo that you want to show, right? So I'm gonna put Tootsie Roll Candy. Okay, so it's not doing so. So I'm gonna put this one first. IF. So, and it also shows like the logo. Right, and if you're playing, I guess, in a team and they're all random players, it's like an in-house sort of like that, and you want to balance the players using whatever matchmaking system that Valve has right now. You could balance shuffle, and there you go. But if you just want to be like a broadcaster, like one of those sports people who say, "Oh my God, he made a shot, cool shot," something similar like that, you can do so right here. But I'm not gonna do that. So, and you can edit the settings here, bot difficulty. So if you don't want to, add bots one by one, you can just fill all empty slots with bots and set the difficulty to that. At the very bottom, you'll see information about the lobby. So there's no passwords. The game mode is all pick, and you can set it up all right here. So you can set up the server, what game mode you want to play in. So there's a few ones that you don't see in regular matchmaking. Like, for example, reverse captain's mode, mid only. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And in the next video, I'll be pretty much discussing gameplay aspects of Dota 2. So if you guys like this video, just click like and subscribe, and share with your friends who are also interested in Dota 2. And yeah, sweet. I'll see you guys in another episode on the Nub Train channel. Peace.